Breaking news this hour. Let's go live to Westminster. Our political correspondent, Serena Barker-Singer. Serena, we're hearing in the last few moments that Peter Mandelson has been asked to withdraw as ambassador by the Prime Minister.
Yes, exactly. Withdraw from being the ambassador, or essentially he's been sacked by the Prime Minister. And you heard from the Foreign Minister there, Stephen Doughty, who was drawn out by the Conservatives' urgent questions today to make that announcement. It's not a surprise. We were talking this morning about how long could Peter Mandelson sustain this drip feed of information, these very embarrassing photos, that one of him in a bathrobe at one of Jeffrey Epstein's residencies, but it seems to be these emails that are the most damning, and the Foreign Office has said these are the new information that emerged that made them that crossed the line. I'll read the statement. They've said, in light of additional information in emails written by Peter Mandelson, the Prime Minister has asked the Foreign Secretary to withdraw him as ambassador. The emails show the depth and extent of Peter Mandelson's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein is materially different from that known at the time of his appointment. I think it should be stated, though, the Prime Minister yesterday only gave his confidence in Peter Mandelson. He said he seemed to be backing him, even though he knew that there was potentially more to come. In fact, Peter Mandelson himself said there may be more to come. But it seems to be that the government is saying that the new emails which questioned the conviction of Jeffrey Epstein, that was the new information that they didn't have yesterday. Now, obviously, it's about 5 a.m. in Washington. It's unclear how this sacking has gone down, whether he was told personally, whether he was summoned in, but it was clearly becoming untenable that Peter Mandelson could sustain his position. And remember, the government has a commitment to women and girls and to halving violence against women and girls. It was optically not looking very good, but it seems like those emails were the most damning things, and that's why the Prime Minister has said today via his Foreign Minister that the US ambassador now has been sacked.
Serena, just looking at some of the pressure that was building, just considering comments from the Labour peer, Harriet Harman, Baroness Harman, telling Sky News' Electoral Dysfunction podcast, I think it's best to fire him now and get on with making Donald Trump's visit a good success, she told the Electoral Dysfunction podcast, going on to say, building the confidence of the people who are looking to this government to make tackling sex abuse of women and girls a real priority for this government. I think that's what he's got to do, he, the Prime Minister. It's notable that pressure was building within the party as well. We heard from some backbench MPs as well yesterday saying that Peter Mandelson should be sacked. Harriet Harman telling Sky News' Electoral Dysfunction the same thing. So from across the political spectrum and from across the seniority of the Labour Party itself, real pressure was building on the Prime Minister.
Yes, it seems that she's just voicing what a lot of MPs privately were thinking. You had a few come out to say, who have always been critical of the government, I should say. Kim Johnson, Andy McDonald had said they were clearly uncomfortable with this appointment, but privately MPs were even more uncomfortable, though had been unwilling to go against the government. The pressure was mounting, and it seems that today that didn't hold. And as you say, there is this big President Trump state visit next week. Peter Mandelson had been very instrumental in some of the plans. In fact, across the Labour Party, they acknowledged that he has very good relationships with the new administration, but even that couldn't keep his job in post. It was becoming too politically untenable for him to stay. And for the Prime Minister, he's having now in quick succession a few scandals now being racked up. He's lost his deputy only a couple of days ago, Angela Rayner. He lost his homelessness minister over the summer, all sort of engaged in some form of political scandal. This is not only a drip feed of scandals for the government, but it makes all politicians look bad, which voters really, really don't like.